Hey everybody, it's Milton City Councilman Matt Kunz again, and it's 2:45 a.m. Coming up on 3 a.m. right now. We're just getting done with our City Council meeting, and I know some of you continue to ask for these videos and updates. So real quick again, you can follow me on Twitter at MattKunz59. You can also find my Facebook page, facebook.com/MattKunzGOV. And again, the quick disclosure is these thoughts are my own. I don't speak on behalf of everybody in the council. But real quick, the main issue that we discussed this evening was the property next to the Buy store up at the Birmingham Crossroads area proposed by Milton resident Curtis Mills and what everybody has been referring to as Matilda's. And so what happened there? So we had a lot of public comment on that, both for and against. And a lot of people also sending their emails in as well with regards to their thoughts on that. It really was a long week just because a lot of great meetings with a lot of people. I talked to people that lived a quarter mile away from it that were in favor of it, and people that were a quarter mile away that were not. People half a mile away that were in favor of it, half a mile away that were not, and then everywhere else around the community and even outside the community as well. So it was really very interesting as far as that goes. But as a council, and where I come from is I want to make sure that we're doing the right things for that intersection, and that involves making sure that people know that the Birmingham Crossroads is there. I want to make sure that Publix and those shops inside that area are successful. I want to make sure that the business owners there are able to sustain themselves so that they can serve you, the citizens of Milton. And I want to make sure that, you know, we have every opportunity to be the best we can possibly be. This was something when I campaigned on a long time ago that just made sense. And I'm glad that we use artistic capabilities, bring them to our community to help people know that we're alive at the Birmingham Crossroads and we got a lot going for us. So it's real interesting, you know, with all due respect on everybody on all sides of the situation. You know, there were those that were very much in favor of it and wanted to give the Matilda's group a whole bunch of concessions. That didn't happen, and I wasn't for that. There were also those that wanted to deny it also without giving a shot, and we had to at least try that in my mind. So the council worked really hard, real late, to come up with a final conclusion. Just real quick, let me let you know what these are. We're allowing music up to the nearest AG1 property line of 75 decibels. So staff recommended 85. We lower that down to 75, just so you know with that. So they will be able to do shows on Friday and or Saturday night. And we'll talk about that from the time period of May 1st to October 31st with 30 shows showing within that time frame right now. 200 attendees, which was the staff original recommendation. Again, Planning Commission recommended 300, but 200, except for two events that can go up to 250 people with a off-duty police officer that can be there to help direct traffic in those situations. Also, the use permit is going to be tied to Matilda's doing it. One concern a lot of people had was what happens if they're not the ones doing that anymore. So we want to make sure that was there. And here was one that I proposed as well. I wanted to make sure that, you know, there was a 3-year review period that was there, but basically 3-year and the permit ends, and then they have to reapply. If we're worried if they're going to be successful and they have to reapply, that may not be the right way to go. We suggested, though, because the council body has the right to bring anybody before us and take a look at it again and maybe rescind it as well, we decided, and I want to do a 6-month review to see how things are going, and before the applicant, Curtis Mills, gets into a higher investment cost. So that way we're going to know how the sound's working, we're going to know how the relationships with the neighbors are going, we're going to get them going in a gradual way to see if this thing can build into something special. And so that was the thing. I think Planning Commission got everybody up in arms because they really jumped in heavily with their vote. The council did not do that. We really scaled things way back with the potential and a graduated opportunity if they do things right. And the applicant was amenable to that. The council was as well. And as far as citizens go, I hope they appreciate the work we went into in trying to come to those conclusions. So not easy, but that's what you have when you have a pretty good, you know, a council that works. And we want to try to do the right things on behalf of everybody. So we'll see how it goes. They should start their shows in July, but that was the big one. So this is a longer video, but this was a hot topic, and I just wanted you to know what was going on. So it's almost 3 a.m. I'm heading home. Everybody have a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you for your support. Take care.